Hey, what's up, guys? This video is for the October 23rd 3-game NBA slate on DraftKings. In this video, I'm just going to do my value plays. And then in my next video, I'm going to cover probably everything else, including chalk plays, people I'm going to fade, and go over some of the players who are questionable or doubtful. But yeah, I'm gonna start this video with some value plays. In the first game, I'm gonna start with TJ McConnell. It's a good option at only 3,800. I'm guessing that Ben Simmons will be out today. He's doubtful right now, so that'll give McConnell won't start or anything, but he'll get big minutes off the bench. He'll be that main guy coming off the bench if Redick starts, which is what I think will happen. So I do like TJ McConnell. He's a guy who will fill up the stat sheet, and I like his matchup against the Pistons. They don't have a great backcourt at all. They have some decent defenders, but I'm still not too worried about it. But like I said, TJ is a guy who will distribute. He can rebound even, and he's probably good for a steal or two if he gets the minutes. And I think he's locked in for 25 minutes tonight, minimum. No matter if it's a blowout or a close game, he's still gonna get heavy minutes tonight. I was looking at Zaza. He's played pretty good minutes so far this season. 15 minutes, 23 minutes at only 3,800. If Drummond were out, I would probably use him in a couple lineups. But I just got word that Drummond is playing tonight, so I don't like this play as much now. You could take a chance with Drummond being sick. He has the flu, I believe, flu-like symptoms. So you never know. He might start feeling bad during the game, run out of energy. You never know. Drummond or Zaza will probably get pretty solid minutes tonight as well, but I don't really like his production too much. He was more of a guy I was looking at if Drummond was out, and he's not, so you'd have to take a pretty big chance on that. Let's see, another guy from this game. You could look at Ish, possibly. There's other value players on this slate that I would rather have, but if you look at those minutes, 29 minutes, 28 minutes, with Ben Simmons out tonight, he has a better matchup. He's coming off the bench, but he'll be matched up with guys who aren't great defenders tonight. McConnell can probably check him pretty good, but I'm not too worried about it. 4,100, he's a guy who also fills up the stat sheet pretty well. He can get you some assists and rebounds. There's other guys I'd rather have. I'd rather have McConnell at 3,800 than Ish Smith. Stanley Johnson even, he came back last game. He did start, I believe. Yeah, he started, and he played 30 minutes right off the bat. He's not a guy he's not going to fill up. He's not going to score a lot. He might get some rebounds, but I just don't like his overall production. And with Drummond back, like I said, everyone's usage is going to go like a little bit lower than if Drummond were out, including Blake Griffin. So, Stanley Johnson, 4,400. That's a guy you could consider taking a chance on. Definitely wouldn't use him for like cash or anything like that. And then obviously Markelle Fultz, you definitely have to consider him tonight. I'm going to be throwing him in a majority of my lineups. He's most likely going to start at point guard, and my guess would be that JJ Redick would come up to the starting lineup and start at the 2. And then you would have Covington, Saric at the 4, and then obviously Embiid. And yeah, with Fultz running the point, obviously that means his usage is going to go way up. He's going to get a lot more assists, a lot more scoring opportunities, and at only 4,900, you can't really beat that. He's a guy who fills up the stat sheet as well. He can rebound. He's going to get the assists. He should get a couple steals in there. You never know, might get a block or two. I like that pick tonight. I also like Redick even. Their rotation is going to be pretty small today, I believe. And he's going to get heavy minutes. He's going to get at least 30 minutes today. He's going to take probably 10 to 12, maybe 10 to 15 shots even, without Simmons in there. Took 20 shots last game, 17 shots the first game, 11 shots the second game, but he only played 24 minutes in that second game. And tonight he should be starting. I like that pick for sure. I know that's already like 3 or 4 Sixers that I'm recommending, but I don't think it would be a bad idea to stack this game, especially in cash. But even in GPP, it could pay out. Last night I ended up stacking the Lakers game in GPP. I know it went to overtime, but even before that overtime, I was already cashing out in a GPP contest, and then obviously the overtime really helped me out. But yeah, I had Hart, DeRozan, Kuzma, and Lonzo Ball, and they all balled out, and it paid out for me for sure. So yeah, it's not, if you have confidence in some players who are lower priced, even if they're on the same team, you can still go for them, and it'll help you pay up for some of the studs that you want to pay up for. So yeah, I like Redick, Fultz, McConnell, and then obviously Embiid. His usage is going to be through the roof tonight. He's going to be highly owned in cash and GPP, but I still like all 4 of those picks. Saric, it's an option. I don't think Simmons' absence will affect him too much. He'll get a few more rebounds. That's about it, though. I don't really see him scoring more than 15, maybe 15 points. But he has those nights where he can go off. He starts hitting some threes. His shot's not really falling right now, but we'll see. I'm probably going to stay away from him just because I like so many other guys on that team already. I wouldn't start the whole starting lineup, but all right, so let's go to that Clippers Pelicans game. There are some value plays in this game as well. Let's start with where's he at? Gilgeous-Alexander. He played big minutes last game, 26 minutes. He's still only 3,900. If he can get those minutes, which as the season's gone on so far, it looks like he's solid for about 25 minutes. I'd be confident with, and against a fast-paced team like New Orleans, it's not a bad pick. He's not going to produce that much, but at that price, it's an overall safe pick in my opinion. You could use it for cash. I think a lot of people tonight are going to get a lot of these value players and then pay up for Anthony Davis, Embiid, maybe even Blake Griffin, Jokic even, and that's not really a bad strategy in my opinion. I'm probably going to do the same thing. You just got to know which. I think the more important thing is going to be which stars to target rather than which value plays to target. But yeah, we'll see about that tonight. This is a guy you can consider. Let's see who else we have. Montrezl Harrell. He played big minutes last game. 24. It's not huge minutes, but it's better than it's more run than he's gotten so far this season. So yeah, 24 minutes. He obviously went off. Double-double, 17-10. 3 assists, 3 blocks, and a steal. So he got a lot of those defensive stats as well. I think this is a solid play tonight. He will be highly owned. Man, I don't know. At those minutes, like, you kind of have to take a chance on him and just hope you get lucky. I'm not sure that I would use him for cash, just because it's not a sure thing that he's going to get 20 minutes or 25 minutes. Like you can see there, he might get 13 minutes, he might get 16 minutes. This might be a game where they throw in Boban to try and keep Anthony Davis out of the paint. Obviously, Boban can't guard Anthony Davis, but their approach might be to throw Harrell in there to guard Anthony Davis because he's a little bit faster than Boban. I know Gortat can't guard Anthony Davis, so you never know. Harrell might be the guy that they have to throw at him. And with foul trouble for Gortat, I feel like Harrell might get some minutes tonight. So that's one guy I'm considering as well. I don't like Patrick Beverly or Lou Williams, really. And let's look at the New Orleans side of the ball real quick. I'm not sure they have any value plays tonight, really. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't consider more Ian Clark, anyone like that. So, yeah, I think that's it for value plays for that game. For the Sacramento-Denver game, there are some potential value plays in this game as well. Shumpert, if he starts, I'm throwing him in. You just can't beat that. He's not going to put up 47 fantasy points probably all season again. But if he can put up 30 fantasy points, I'll be happy at 4,200. If he starts, he should be locked in for 30 minutes. Or I'd say 20. Yeah, I'd say he should be locked in for 30-ish minutes, maybe a little less, maybe a little more. But I do like the pick if he starts. If he doesn't start, I'm not even going to think about using him, even with how well he played last game. Just not gonna even do that. Jamal Murray is questionable tonight. I have a feeling he'll play. I'm not positive on that, but it seems like it's leaning that way. If he does not play, this is going to be one of the guys that he's going to be very highly owned. He's one of those guys that went off in the preseason. And as you can see right here, it says he's a part of the regular rotation off the bench. So if he starts, he's just going to get really heavy minutes at the point guard position, and he should produce. He's a guy who can rebound and get assists, and he's going to score for sure if he starts. So I like him. That's only if Jamal Murray is out tonight. Belisa, this is another guy. I wouldn't use him in cash, but you could take a chance on him in GPP. You just never know what kind of minutes he's going to get for that team. But we'll see. This is a guy, if you think he's going to get heavy minutes, he's gonna produce, in my opinion. We saw that last year as well when he filled in for some injured players. But yeah, 27 minutes, he scored 34 fantasy points. 31 minutes, 32.8. And then when he only played 11 minutes, I'm not sure what happened in that game, but I feel like chances are he's going to play pretty decent minutes. The only thing you got to worry about is Bagley coming in and taking some of his minutes. But yeah, this is a guy you might want to take a chance on as well. I think there are better value plays to use, but that's someone you could think about using. And so yeah, that's pretty much. Oh no, there's one more value pick in this game. Torrey Craig. He looks like he's going to start now for Will Barton, and at 3,800, with about 25 to 30 minutes, most likely guaranteed for him. Just because Denver, they like playing their starters together and heavy minutes. So I feel like he's locked in for 25, 30 minutes tonight, especially against Sacramento. Yeah, like last game, 27 minutes, 23.8 fantasy points he was only 3,000 last game. even at 3,800, I like this pick still. He's not the best scorer right now, but he can rebound. He can get some steals, some blocks in there. This is a pretty solid pick, cash or GPP, in my opinion. He's someone I would think about using to help you pay up for some of those higher price guys. But yeah, so that wraps up the value plays, my value plays for today. In my next video, I'm going to try and cover everything else, including, the higher price players, the mid salary players, and just let you know if I like their matchups and if I'm thinking about using them in cash or GPP or maybe both. So yeah, stay tuned.